Hello, in this video I'll provide you with a brief introduction to TLex, the minimum you need to know to get started. I'll begin with an overview of the user interface. The user interface consists of four main parts. These are 1. The lemma list or entry list at the left, the tree view, the attributes and tools area, and the preview area on the right, which shows an approximate preview of how your entries are going to look when exported for printing. The entry list on the left displays a list of headwords of all entries in your dictionary, from which you can select which entry you want to view or edit. For a bilingual dictionary, this displays a list of all entries in one side of the dictionary only. I'll return to that topic in a moment. The remaining three main areas are linked to the selection in the lemma list. The entry that we select in the lemma list is displayed for editing in the tree view and attributes and tools area, as well as in the preview area. The tree view and attributes windows are where we spend most of our time doing all the actual editing of an entry. So generally any changes made to an entry will take place over here, and while we edit, the preview area will update in real time in accordance with the edit changes that we make in the tree view or attributes windows. An important concept to understand in TLex is that every different type of information, every field that is a different type of information, must be entered into its own separate box, so to speak, that is labeled according to the type of information you're entering. So the headword or lemma sign must go into the box labeled lemma sign. The translations must go into a box labeled as a translation. Example phrases must be in a box labeled example phrases. This is very important. It's the whole database approach, and it's what allows various things to work, such as the automatic styling and coloring and so on of the different fields. When we work on a bilingual dictionary, TLex has another viewing mode, especially for bilingual dictionaries, called side-by-side view. In this view, the user interface is split down the middle into a left and right half, and these two halves correspond to each side of a bilingual dictionary, or each section. Within each section, we again have the same four main sub-windows for each side: the lemma list, the preview area, which is now on the top, the tree view, and the attributes and tools window. The current side that we are working on is displayed with a red border around it. At any time, you can expand the current side to fill the whole screen if you want more space by using the Window Expanded View option, or Control W keyboard shortcut, which toggles between expanded view for the selected side and bilingual view. One would use bilingual view when specifically working on functionality where you want to see both sides of the dictionary at the same time. for example, the reverse functionality. One would use expanded view, on the other hand, when working only on one side of the dictionary, but when you feel then you need a bit more space. Let's create our first dictionary entry in TLex. The first window you'll see is the task window. Click under tasks, start a new dictionary project. You'll see the enter new dictionary properties window. Most of these fields don't need to be filled in. The recommended ones to fill in would be a name for your dictionary. This is important, the dictionary type, whether you want a monolingual or bilingual database. We'll start with monolingual just for simplicity. And then enter the name of the language. If you were making a bilingual dictionary, you would enter the name of the second language here. And click OK. You'll see the editing window appears with no entries in the entry list. To save your document, choose File, Save, or use the Ctrl S shortcut and pick a name for your dictionary document. To add a new entry to the dictionary, the simplest way to add just one entry is to click on the New button in the top left corner, or this plus sign in the toolbar, insert new lemma, or lemma menu, insert new lemma, or the insert keyboard shortcut. All do the same thing. We'll pop up this dialog, enter lemma sign for new lemma, dog, enter. You'll see our new entry has been added to the entry list. Now, in order to enter the part of speech, simply press F2 or click on the Attributes F2 tab and tick the relevant part of speech, in this case noun. Now, in order to add a definition, we go to the tree view, right click, select add sense, definition, meaning add both a sense and a definition element in the tree view, and you'll see it creates, under attributes F1, it creates the appropriate definition box in which we must type our definition. Let's come up with a definition: a four-legged domestic mammal that barks and is commonly kept as a household pet. There we go, we've created our first simple entry in TLex. File save, very important, so we don't lose our work if the power goes off now. Don't worry if you don't fully understand what we've done. I'll explain exactly what we've done now. By the way, there are ways to add multiple entries at once. If you have a list of 10,000 entries that you want to import in one go, that's also possible, but that's a topic for a different video or tutorial.